Good morning. Welcome. You are on the Success Secrets for Business, Family, and Life channel. I'm Vickie Helm. This is the Coffee Break Show, and it is brought to you by Metadime Digital Network. Today is going to be a topic conversation. I want to know if you would rather this or that, and we're going to ask several questions of that today. And the reason I want to know is because we are moving into this new realms of this new normal, and we're wondering, do we like it or we don't like it? Or what do we like about it or what do we don't like about it? We're going to be talking about that today on the Coffee Break Show. I just want to welcome you aboard and say good morning. And as we start coming on board and we start talking and seeing and getting to know each other today, I want you to know that we go live Monday through Friday. We share tips, tools, techniques, inspiration, motivation, and those things that are going to create thrivability in your life. And so today thank you. Nice to see you guys coming on board. Thank you for coming on board. Glad to see you. If you're new here, put your name down below. We go live on 5 different networks. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook this morning. I want to welcome all our viewers with us. Metadime Digital is a live channel that gives you shows all day long. This is just one of it. We do have Unlocked with the great Tracy Wilson. We have another perspective with the amazing Scott Stevens that comes on every single day. But today, we're just going to have a coffee break. All you're going to do is sit down, have a say, put your name down below, get to know people, and get to know people in the community as well. So here's what I want to ask you. The first question I want to ask you, we are moving into new normals. And I am wondering what is in these new normals, how we actually feel about them. And one of them, the first thing I want to know is, would you rather go back to working in an office building? Or do you like remote working from home? What is the consensus on that? Do you actually like that? Would you rather go back? And the other things, did you like live events or do you like summits online? Do you like the online events? What are the things that we actually like about what's coming back? Or would we rather go back to some of the things that we have been accustomed or used to? So, it's like slowly streaming movies on your home has been taking over for like the last decade. And going out to the movies isn't as fun. And in some places now, we can't go to a movie theater. We can't go there. We can't sit there. And maybe if we do, we have to be socially distanced apart and watch a movie? Or is it just easier and you're enjoying the availability of having the remote offering? And there's some of you that may say, man, I like both. But which one would you prefer? Because I'm wondering what some of these businesses, are they going to be able to flourish during this pandemic economy that we've got going on? So the pandemic, until they come up with a vaccine that actually works, there's going to be some changes. And I would just want to say good morning. I see everybody coming on. Hey, Risa, nice to see you. Great to see you on. And Robin, it's time for a casual conversation. How's it going for you? Yes, that's right. We are going to be talking about that. Let's see. Risa says, I like getting out and going to work to see people. Some people like the actual office building. Do you love remote learning or do you love, remote working, or would you rather go back to the offices? And let's see, I love being at home, but I miss meeting clients at Starbucks. I should have asked that. Lisa, that's a good one. Meeting clients at Starbucks. That's like, hi, I have to go out for a latte. That's really good. I love that. I actually quite liked working at Starbucks. I liked the atmosphere of Starbucks where it was quiet yet social, and you could have coffee and drink, and it wasn't radically noisy. There were people working or reading. It was an intellectual place to hang out and work and get stuff done. I do miss that. Thank you. God, that was a good one. So let's see. I would get lazy working from home. Some people get lazy, but I never do. I think I get more done at home than I do in the office because, well, my office is in the home. Streaming is killing the theaters. Yes, I agree with that. Would you rather still go back to the theaters, or would you rather just hang at home and let the movies? Because now they're starting to move new releases right on to Amazon Prime, and they call it, what is it, early review. And then there's Fandango online. There's so many things coming online that are going to take premiere movies, and you can just watch them in your home instead of going to the movie theater. Although going out to the movies was a great date. It's like if you didn't know what you wanted to do on your date, you could just ask someone out and say, would you like to go to dinner and a movie with me? And that would be like the quick answer, a date answer. And going to the movies meant that you got to spend some time together. It's vastly different there. Lisa says, I like networking online because there's no commute. That's true. But there is real value in going to events like summits and expos. Yes, and conferences, industry conferences. When you went there and you networked and you met other people, those were good things to do. And it's slowly going to be different in a way. How do you get your message out? How are you standing out? How are you meeting your client? How are you going to step into having something where people come to where they're actually going to be involved with talking with you and things like that? Those expos, those conferences, those summits that you would go to, those are great places to meet people. I miss those. I also miss the workshops, like, you know, the Tony Robbins events where everybody's in there and working, and it's just kind of fun to go to those. I miss that as well. There are certainly things that I miss: sitting in the bookstore, reading and having tea. Yes, that was date night for us. The bookstore and having coffee. Love that. People watching, hanging with my gal pals and laughing, a good belly laugh as we help each other blow off steam from challenging clients. Yes, 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 yes. Those things are absolutely, God, I miss those kind of social interactions. I've not really spent much time in the movie theaters for years. Me either. I barely watch TV. I mean, you know, I go to the hotel and I turn the TV on and I'm like, what is that? It's all weird. But movie theaters, I don't think I saw a movie. You know, I have to admit, I'm a Tom Cruise fan. I am big time. And if you know me, you know I love Tommy movies. And his second addition to the Top Gun movie was supposed to be out in July, but it got stalled. It's now going to be later, and I'm looking forward to that. So if Tommy comes out with a Mission Impossible, or he comes out with any other movie that I like, I am in the theater to watch it. That's the only time I go to the theater. Absolutely only time. Other than that, I like to watch it at home. But also I do not stream at home. So if you don't stream at home, you're going to be missing some of those movies that are coming out. Lisa, are you a book reader? Is that what you really enjoy, reading a lot of books? Buy the movie for $15.99. Have it forever versus a one-time $50 experience. It's a very different experience. And I want to let you know, for $50, you're eating fast food. It's not like, you know, movies are expensive. They go there. You have the popcorn and the Coca-Cola, the $7 12-ounce Coke. Yeah, it is very expensive. It is cheaper to go buy that movie. You're absolutely right. And that way, and all the movie theaters, though, they're a piece of nostalgia. I know that drive-ins are coming back, is what I'm hearing. The drive-in is going to come back because you just stay in your car and you can watch the movie from there. And I quite like drive-ins. They're a bit of nostalgia for me. I grew up in California. I remember watching Star Wars on the big screen at the Sacramento 6 theaters. And it was a big drive-in place. And it was really fun. I really liked that. I agree, Lisa, no windshield time, but we network so much, usually in the pool or a hot tub. We do. We've met some of our greatest JV partners and connections in the hot tub at events. Yeah, that's really true. I'm not kidding. You know, actually, it's funny because I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Tracy Wilson is my business partner, and she is really awesome and fun. And we did meet her at a conference, and her and her husband were in the hot tub, and I think we talked for like 3 hours that night. It was really fun. That was thank you, Robin. That was good. Let's see. With my husband's business, we need shows, and all have been canceled, including our big Vegas show. And that That's an interesting thing, because if you like going to art shows or car shows or industry shows like Salesforce's electronic show and the CES every single year, or the ClickFunnels Funnel Hacker Live, that's always fun to go to. Those events are, it's really hard to not want to go there, because there's a lot of hoopla and it's really fun and you meet a lot of really cool people. And I like those events too. Wow, a lot of you responding here. Definitely a time to look at different ways to connect with clients. Yes, that is going to be a big deal. We're going to be moving to more of that. I like this. I miss the face-to-face social experience, but online is better than nothing. Yes, I get it. Like, online is better than nothing. But the truth is, I kind of miss those date nights out. I miss those conferences to go to. I miss those things that allow us to interact with people. There's nothing like meeting somebody from across the way or another continent, and maybe you have a drink together and sit down and talk about business or life or whatever's fun, and realize or meet them from their perspective. I miss that too. That part is that I really miss that. I love the drive-ins. That is a great for families. Yes, I love the drive-ins. I think they're going to make a comeback and it's going to be great. Hey, Sean. Love this. Date night has had a few interesting curveballs that include a portable movie projector purchase that allowed us to create our own mobile outdoor theater. Oh, anywhere we decide to park the truck and watch from the bed of the, that's so sweet. Now, this is ingenuity right here. A bit of the past comes forward to meet the now and have a creative date. Sean, this is really cool. Date night has had a few interesting curveballs that include a portable movie projector purchase that allowed us to create our own mobile outdoor theater anywhere we decide to park the truck and watch from the bed full of blankets and pillows. Now, that is ingenuity. Dude, you get a star for the day. That is really cool. I really love that. Lisa says, I don't really watch too many movies anymore. Everyone in a blue moon, every once in a blue moon, I do like to read. I do like to read too. Do you mean you watch movies every blue moon or read every blue moon? I'm hoping it's movies every blue moon. I like to read too. I'm a big reader. Love it, love it, love it. If there's nothing better than getting a book that you really want to read and getting your weekend closed, nobody calling or talking, and you can read the whole book and just digest it. Oh, I love that. Love that, love that. I loved drive-ins when I was a kid. Aunt Winnie and Uncle Don took us in the VW bus, packed with some homemade popcorn and soda. Oh, good old days right there. That's probably coming back. That's probably making a headway here. I thought that was brilliant, Sean. What a cool experience for you and your family. You are creating super memories. I know. I mean, talk about dad splendid, like it was Wonder Dad. That was very creative. I love reading, and since I spent so much time in my garden, I also have been listening to great books. Yes, books on tape, audio books. They're definitely on the rise. People love them, love them, love them. Movies. Okay, I barely read movies. Thank you. So she likes to read. I do that too. I have I've gone to the Book of the Month Club. I used to be the Book of the Week. And now I'm a little bit busier than normal. So I'm now like the Book of the Month. But I like to polish at least one book a month off and learn something new. I like this. Sean Olson, I can't even imagine dating right now, and actually decline some dates. It's just too weird for me. Yeah, he and his wife, they go on date nights all the time, and they go to these spectacular places. I mean, I'm telling you, as Sean was good at wooing his wife. He was very creative. He's like, they have these camping places that they go, and it's really sweet. He's a good dude. Let's see. Risa, it does require discipline. So here's the thing. We've got things in the world right now that are happening that make us a little bit different. We're having to deal a lot with social things, because social things meant that we went to a bar or a club, we went out dancing, we went to restaurants, we went to movie theaters. What people have said, what about live sports? What about basketball games and baseball games and football games? Now, I will tell you, I am a sports hound. I could watch sports all the time, just basketball or football, not golf. Golf is something you either have to play, but watching it is like, I don't know, getting ready to take a nap. But uh, yes, this is my weakness here. I don't watch much TV, but I got Netflix. Love it. Yes, I love stream. I don't like TV at all. Not a big fan of Hulu. I like Prime and Netflix quite a bit, and I'm about ready to add Apple Pay. I watch at the very end of my day when I get in bed. I watch a couple of episodes of something, and I'm out. I have gotten to the point where part of my life before the pandemic happened was living out in offices and buildings and seeing clients. And I made the decision that I wanted my whole business and life to be online. The reason I did it is because I wanted freedom and mobility. And what I didn't second guess for was that mobility would have to be stopped because of the pandemic. There's not like any countries who are saying, yes, Americans come and visit us. They're all like, no, keep the Americans away. They're almost at 6 million cases of this, pandemic flu. And so when we take a look around the world, we see that mobility is kind of slowed down. And you have to be quarantined in some places for 14 days before you can even move. And so since the average vacation is 14 days, you just be quarantined and then on your way back to be quarantined when you got back here. It just, the mobility has not been really good right now. It'll make a comeback when things pick up. And then the freedom and mobility to work anywhere in the world or go any place I want to, that is something that I'm going to really, really enjoy. I like the freedom of working remotely when I have mobility, because then I don't have to be any place. I have to be where there's a good internet connection. And so although I like my home, I kind of want to visit some other places, even just in the US. Let's see. I like, let me pop this over here. Donnie says, I found great solace within while watering my garden barefoot. All of this has brought me to the point of great reflection, discovering a new place of peace within. For myself, it has become more about what is being discovered within, while leading to the realization the outer has not changed, only the rules have, and my perspective of it. Yes, I can see that. That's kind of a master path kind of view right there. And the average person doesn't realize that maybe the space created right now is so we can look within, so that we can come in remotely and speak to the divine. I like this very much, Donnie. It's very awake. My voice would be great. I couldn't even finish reading it. My voice would be great for golf commentary. Oh, God, that's so funny. Good one. Thank you, Scott. Lisa, I understand. I couldn't imagine dating now. I never liked dating in the first place. Can't imagine the new challenges. Oh, yeah. It would be very challenging to go dating right now. How would you do that? Whoever invents a way to date online outside of a dating, thing, because after a while, when you go to these dating sites, isn't the object to meet in public somewhere? Well, now that public somewhere has been squished. Like, you're going to be socially distanced, and you sit on this side of the park bench and then go over this way 6 feet away and you sit on that park bench, and we'll kind of have a picnic in the middle and get to know each other. I mean, that's just how, the dating is right now. And we have such interesting times to go ahead and deal with this. Let's see. I like this right here. Scott, I prefer to have family Friday movie night at home, but there are some movies that must be watched on the big screen. Yes, there are some of those movies that must be watched on the big screen, because the big screen, and now you can get these bigger screens at home. But yes, that thunder of the theater around you, if you have that full theater sound at home and you're listening to these shows, oh yeah, it's really great. It's really, really good. Wow, just got Netflix. Amazing. There are so many cool documentaries there. They are, and we watch a lot of the documentaries. It would definitely work well. Lisa, there are some going over here. Lisa, there are some powerful connections created everywhere, including summits, expos, hot tubs, grocery stores. Miss that. Yes. Hi, Glinda. Nice to see you on. I would not want to be dating this day and time. Me neither. That would be rough. I think it would be really rough to be a young person today. I'm talking from anywhere from 18 to 30. I think it'd be very difficult right now to try to figure out how to ambulate these new worlds. And some of these young people, there are the people that are getting laid off the most. And as we look to the future, we're going to have to think, just, would I rather go back to this, or would I rather do this? Because right now you have the opportunity to make that decision. You have the opportunity to say, well, actually, I like working remotely. Well, actually, I like being in an office. And although the office environment isn't there yet, you could create one. There's some sense of how you socialize that are different. They've changed. So now people get on Zoom to celebrate birthday parties. They don't have these big, huge birthday parties at home and have a bunch of people over, which is what we usually do. They get online with their whole family and friends that they're all over the world. They come together on a certain night of the week to say hello to each other on Zoom. These big family gatherings. And, Tracy's family is ginormous. I mean, like over 100 people. And they come together on Zoom to talk to each other and say hello. And so there are certain things that are shifting. There are certain things that are changing. There are certain things that aren't going back to the way we knew them, or they're not going back fast. But at this point, there are some things that you get to do. You get to reflect. You get to do what Donnie said. You get to get really quiet, and maybe walking barefoot in your garden and watering is just a form of contemplation where you can ask those questions inner and find that peace inside. Maybe we have lived at such a pace, at such a speed, at such a neurotic state of mind that right now the time has made us kind of more meditative and contemplative. Maybe right now, those things that we thought we valued, we actually don't value. Like, no matter what it is, I don't want to go back to ever working a job. I don't think I've had a job for so long, 30 years, but I wouldn't want to go back to that. I already know I don't like it. And maybe you're working at home and you're working remotely and you're just experiencing how wonderful it is to be with your family, or how chaotic it is to be with your family. Maybe you have 2 or 3 young children, or even 1 young children running around while you're trying to get stuff done. And you don't know what to do except hire somebody who's going to come over to your house and entertain your kid for a while so that you can get some work done. And you're like, oh, this can't go on. I need to go back to the office. We don't know what those choices are, but becoming aware of it is what is going to bring you quality of life in the future. It's like your quality of life is you understanding what you like, and living more simply seems to be, and downsizing, not downsizing because of finances, but downsizing because we're tired of the complexity of life. We're tired of being feed to death for every little parking space, every little everything. Right now, these places that used to hire huge people in facilities like Facebook. There's one of them, I forget, they're letting 49,000 of their workers now go work remotely anywhere they want to be. So they're leaving the big city in droves. And all these big Silicon Valley businesses that had these big complexes of people, they're the ones that had to constantly drive downtown and pay for parking, drive downtown and get that monthly bus pass, do all these things so they could go to that building and work there. And now they don't have those expenses. And now they're living in places that are, easier. They're the same quality as the big city, but at 1/2 of the price as those big city. Right now, there are 13,000 empty apartments in Manhattan from people who used to work for companies there. And now they are out of the way. They are looking at remote working as a type of freedom, but it's also a way to save money. You're not buying and spending tons of dollars going, oh my God, I need another outfit. I need a new outfit, a new suit, a new this, so I can go to work every day. I don't. I have my wardrobe. I've worn this on several, there's probably 60 shows with this shirt on. It's not about, having to go ahead and spend all your money in ridiculous places. So what's happening is things are actually shrinking. It doesn't mean it's bad. It might be more discerning. Who knows? I want to pop over here and talk to Scott. Ours is 75. The sound is great. The neighbors could watch if they like. Yeah, you have a big TV, dude. I really do like movie theater popcorn, even the next day at home, salt and butter. Movie theater popcorn is really good. Risa, I have had 3 speaking engagements canceled this year. Bummer, but it is not my primary income. But they are a huge part of yours. So sorry. Yes, that is true. That is true. Let's see. Now it's barefoot and blanketing the garden before the snow next Tuesday night. No, don't say that. There's no snow next Tuesday night. No, I can't hear that. I'm bummed now. Hey, Sean, 5 years, FT. 5 years of full-time work from home. I never want to go back to a regular job. Totally. Me too. I never want to not. I love owning a company. I love having my business. I love working remotely. I love being at my home. I don't like the commute, an hour there and an hour back. And yeah, that's just ridiculous. Being stuck in traffic while everything's moving really slow and people are angry, honking their horn like they think that's going to magically make all of the traffic go away. Yeah, I don't miss that at all. Sean, you got it right. 5 years full-time working from home. I never want to go back to a regular job. Say amen to that. The impact has hit so many people and businesses. Yes, we miss the physical connection and we miss the quality relationships we build. Rarely do we think about the cool things we learned at those gatherings. Yes, we did not, but yeah, they were fun. I think God has me on a mission here at my job with all the soul brothers. Only girl, feels good to be back after major emergency surgery. Well, I am glad you're back. I am. But is this working at home or are you at the office with these soul brothers? And you're the only girl, feels good to be back at a major surgery. Oh, yeah, that's great. I would like to see, there's going to be a lot more family businesses coming out where there is a garage business and the business is around and centered around the home like it was back in the day. Or maybe, the business is below and the family lives up top, like those old diners where, here's the bakery or the diner and upstairs was the living quarters. We might see some of that come back. We don't know. Look at this. This is, yes, I know. I feel you, Robin. That makes me want to cry. My beautiful garden. How will I cover it all? That's right. We'll use blankets. Let's see. Robin, one benefit of meeting online is that they are shorter. Yes. It's a conscious choice to meet and you can manage the time much easier. Yes. It's like you want to get on and off the meeting. That's true. Let's see. Having lived life and having had the moments in the limelight, that is all they are, just moments. How do we fill our moments? How do we take the advantage of this pause, this long, deep breath? What you become is what you attract. And when that happens, it becomes effortless because really it's all perfect. You just have to see it. Yes, everything right now is perfect. It's our perspective about it that has to shift. Yes, good point. And I found that to be true as well. Plus, there's the chance to catch the replay at a different time. That's true. And we got an amen, brother. Lisa says there's nothing that equals movie theater popcorn. Missed that. Scott and Lisa love the movie theater popcorn. That's really true. Working from home definitely means less spending, less eating lunch out. Yes, you save so much money. You don't realize how much working a job out in an office building costs. You start spending less because you're not eating out at lunch. You're not meeting friends after work for drinks. You're not dry cleaning all those clothes. You're not spending all that money on gas. You're not buying all these new clothes. There's so much savings going on with that, which is good right now because people need to save, and now they have reasons that they can. Risa, nice to see close family in a convertible or truck bed, but in a standard sedan usually meant not really getting to watch the whole movie. That's really true. Hey, Anna's on board. Nice to see you here today. Thanks for dropping by. I'm so glad. Hey, Anna, we're talking about some of the things that we enjoy about our new normal and some of the things we miss about the new normal. It has come up that people they don't miss the movie theater, but they do miss the movie theater popcorn. That is evidently a big contention right there. A lot of people like the savings from working at home and working remotely because they don't have to buy clothes and go out to lunch and spend less, and they're saving on money. And that's really true. There's a lot of savings on gas and car and time and traffic. And so we're taking a look at that as we talk today. Maybe you heard all that, but I'm telling you again. Let's see. So true. I've saved over $2,500 in gas alone. That's amazing. That's really amazing. I would love to get a fat tire mountain bike. Me too. And I would like you to get a fat tire mountain bike so you and I could go. My fat tire mountain bike it's really good. You got to find one, dude. There's got to be one around. I'm putting that on the list. Savings equal economic contraction. Oh, well, it's true. But I wonder, Scott, because the economic contraction that is happening right now, it's like moving us back. Some economists in like January were saying we'll go back to 1928, like past where the Depression was, or we would go back to like 1945. Either way, that's a vastly different lifestyle. It's vastly different. It's slower, and you have to take care of things better. You can't just, toss it and go, oh, well, this button's broken, I'm going to go buy another one, because that buying another one doesn't exist right now. And people are spending their money differently. They're spending on quality. They're like, okay, I want to get this tool and it's stronger and it's going to last X amount of years, instead of that thought of, oh, well, I can just go find this tool or go get this item. We're starting to see holes in our supply chains in stores and things. Anna, I love this too. I love working from home. I do. I like that my life is in one place. I have all of my stuff, all of my business online. So my home is where the internet connection is. I have mobility. Well, not right now. In the plan, I was like, what are my two most things that I love? Freedom and mobility. I want to be able to have my income go where I'm going, wherever I want it to go. And I have that now, only now it's not like I can go anywhere that I want, but that'll come back. I believe that will come back. I like this. Sean, I love your creativity to creating memories with your wife, kids, and the whole family. Superstar husband. You're a superstar husband and fitness instructor. Let's see. I know that I have definitely enjoyed sleeping more every day, not just on the weekends. Yes. I bet there is a lot of people who are working remotely right now who are enjoying more sleep because they now don't have that travel time, that dress time, they get that family time. They actually get to sleep more, and sleeping more makes better health and more resourceful people. Love that. I like this. Robin, your garden has got a lot of good attention this year. Yes, it has. I agree. Karen, I agree with you. Sean, husband of the year. Wow, Sean, you're getting a lot of kudos. Donnie says, that is my next quest, to bring back those sexy legs. Sexy is back. Laugh out loud. So I can eat more food. I'm with you, buddy. We're going to go pick a bike. I'm telling you, you got me there. I'm going to go find you a fat tire bike so we can go out together. Yes, it's my secret hidey hole is that garden. Let's go here. Last one. Working from home. What day of the week is it? I mean, come on. That's a big deal. I do that every morning. I'm like, what day is it? I had to start getting my days. I'm like, Monday is this topic. Tuesday is this topic. Wednesday is our guest. Thursday is this. That's how I keep track of the week, because then you're like, all you do when you get up is, you have a certain amount of work to get done. You don't have to pay attention and go, is it Friday yet? Is it Friday yet? You're just kind of working and doing your own thing. I want to tell you, if you don't have or haven't tried having your own business, it's something, just try it. Just try a little side hustle. You'd be surprised at how freeing it is and how you feel. It's like, when you know how to grow your own food, there's an empowering thing. Like, I know how to grow my own food. If you know how to forage, you're like, I can feed myself. You know what you're doing. It's the same when you have a business. You only have to learn how to run a business once. Then you know how to do it. It's like gardening. You only had to learn how to garden once, and then you just kept improving on your gardening, right? And that's what having a business is. And having that side hustle or trying to create your own income, don't try, just do it. There's so many ways you can make money online now. There's so many things that you can do to get yourself extra income coming in. There are so many creative ways. You can sell stuff on eBay, you can sell stuff on Amazon, you can sell stuff on a website, you can sell affiliate products, you can make your courses, there's so many things you can add to. You can become an instructor at Udemy or anything online. So many ways to make money online. And I think it is so important because that freedom allows you to make choices in your life that people who work in buildings and offices don't get to make. Let's see. This is Anna. Our new normal has made us realize how important our freedom is. You got that right, sister. That's the number one thing. More quality time and realizing we don't need much to be happy. That is the biggest thing that I've learned. I think I've learned, I read a book one time. It was the story about Sam Walton, which is, he created Walton's, the Walmart. And his brother used to be worried because they had a plane and they would fly this little plane over to a warehouse where they would put stuff in the early days into that plane and fly it back. And Sam was so good with his stuff. He took care of his things like his home and his cars and his truck. And he kept driving the same truck and flying that same airplane back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He never upgraded because he was like, it works. I don't need it. And I realized one day how empowering that was. I have a truck and I was like, we could go get a new truck every single year. We could go and do that. And some people lease. But I realized that Sam Walton had a great mind and he understood the needs of people. He really did. And one of the things that we are becoming free of, that we are literally kind of, what is it when you detox from, is our consumerism. Our thought that we're good people and successful people when we can buy anything we want at the drop of a hat. We think somehow there's some power in that. Like, I can afford that dress or that handbag or those boots or that car, or that vacation or that whatever. I've got this card over here and I've got that card over there. And that is the thing that makes you successful. And when I realized I was doing that, I was like, oh my God, I have a false sense of self-esteem. Who am I without all the things and stuff? Am I still cool? Is it still fun? So that's the point I'm looking at right here. This is where I want to end this. This is where we're going to stop the conversation today, because this, Anna, is the poignant point. Our new normal has made us realize how important our freedom is. more quality of time and realizing we don't need much to be happy. That is something to water your garden with. And remember, go water your garden. Don't water someone else's. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know, I have Scott on and we're going to have some fun. I always love my Fridays with Scott. All right. I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great day. Mwah! All right. Bye. Go water your